this is more than just a story. This is a sort of rite of passage to read, and you won't know what you're missing out on until you actually read it. Because it is a story about two young girls and their friendship blossoming as they get older and how life changes as they get older, this is definitely a story that I would recommend not reading until you are a little bit older. If you read this when you're 15, 16, 18, you will definitely relate to some parts of it, but the deeper you get into the story, the more things there will be that you just won't have experience of, so you won't feel that impact. If you want to read the Neapolitan Quartet, just consider it as a wine, so the longer you leave it, the longer you mature and this matures, the better it will taste once you sink your teeth into it. Another thing to mention, this is a lofty, hefty Bildungsroman, so the plot isn't necessarily interesting. If your benchmark for interesting is that action, fast-paced, Marvel-esque type plot, a story like this is looking at a person's growth and how they change and their personality matures and how their moral compass changes. And when the plot is life, odds are sometimes things will be a little bit repetitive or stagnant or dull. You need to be able to look at something as boring as two girls dropping their dolls into a cellar and understand the broader implications that that will have later on in their lives. Something I think is the genius of the Neapolitan Quartet is that it is a Bildungsroman, but it's not really just centered around Elena and Lila, but Naples as a whole. It's like Naples is this ghostly other personified thing. It takes a whole nother level of writing to be able to center a story around a few key characters, but then to quietly change the landscape in the background, and then suddenly you're on book 3 and you look back like, how has everything changed? Also, I'm not Italian, I've never set foot in Naples, but the story has a lot of fixed points that you can anchor to that reemerge. Some examples are Ischia or the shoe shop, and like the teachers, they're people that you can still latch onto. Even those places slowly become unrecognizable as they get weathered or as the people become older, and to get that across on some ink, on paper, is insane. Plus, I'm not even culturally versed enough to really understand the subtle nuances of the story, so just imagine what someone from Italy or from Naples thinks about the story. It's truly, truly a super valid book recommendation and one that I don't think I'll ever shut up about. See you tomorrow.